They are the elders of the city, leaders of an ancient elf race adept at arcane sorcery and keepers of the tomes of power. They stood solemnly, surrounding 7 candles, each flame tied irrevocably to the flow of Earth's breath, and from the book they read the prophecy of Armageddon. The 3 come from the eastern wilds, and they shall be given domination over all that believe in them. He that hath an ear, let him hear that the children of the city will be driven before them, and on the day that the children of the city are no more, the earth shall forever be lost to the abyss. From east came the evil foretold by your forefathers, the 3 serpent riders, guardians of death everlasting. Their form was shrouded by black cloaks, only their eyes were revealed, sunken with evil, dreadful intensity. As a sign of power, they brought peace to the eastern provinces. Those who believed in the sign created a temple in their honor, and it bore the mark of a crossed trident. Their worshippers were the order of the sign, blind followers without will, void of spirit. As the power of the order grew, even the 7 kings of the earth followed like cattle behind them, and after they controlled the great nations, 2 riders left the world. Only Desperal, the weakest of them, remained while his disciples traveled the earth, cleansing it in preparation for its descent. Scorned by the other people of the earth, the city, possessing powers of their own, remained unaffected by the spell of the riders. The city are now considered the heretics, the unclean, fit only to be wiped from the face of the earth. The disciples of Desperal conspired with the kings of the earth to remove the last lands of apostasy, and while the armies of the 7 nations gathered to destroy the city, the elders convened to discuss the fate of your people. When all of the voices had spoke against the order, the 7 elders extinguished the 7 candles' flames simultaneously. At that silent instant, a brilliant flash of light came from the east, and the armies that had gathered against you were no more. Drained by their efforts, the elders fell to the floor, listening to the single painful scream echoing from the now scorched battlefield. But then, the forces of the abyss took their vengeance. The ether had quaked with the elders' magic effort, and the curse of the order followed the trail unerringly to the elders' conventicle. Suddenly, the foul odor of death came, and the earth opened to engulf the elders in flames. The white, bright fire clinging to their flesh, knowingly and eagerly eating each layer of skin. 2 pouring forth from the earth like squirming maggots, came the forces of evil, both beast and undead. They attacked in hordes like packs of dogs, first surrounding the weakest and biting and clawing their victims to the ground. As each city fell, several beasts would gather to chew on their bellies like pigs in the slop, their heads often deeply submerged into the gut with the victims' intestines slung half-eaten upon their own squirming bodies. When the day was done, the few remaining city were scattered throughout the land. The abyss had taken the tomes and artifacts of your people as the spoils of their victory. Alone, without their weapons, the surviving city would surely perish at the hands of the Order of the Triad. The Elders' destruction of the 7 armies had gone for naught. While the other city hid, their spirit broken, you thirsted for vengeance and rode east into the wilderness in search of Desperal. Now you stand before the city of the damned, its air thick with the stench of rot. Your hate drives you to see these creatures oozing their heart's eye gore before you. Beyond these gates, the dead and the creatures of the night writhe in dark corners, their bodies aching for your blood. With luck, some of your people's ancient artifacts can be found hidden among the dark passages beyond. For only a staff as your weapon, the world is surely damned. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heretic. So this was a game released in 1995, I do believe, or 94. I don't remember, by Raven Software. And it was published by id Software, and it uses the Doom 1 engine. As you can see, it was executive producer was Romero. And it was made by all these cool people. So yeah, we'll be doing every episode along with the bonus 6th episode, or bonus 6th episode. Yeah, I know how to count. And beginning with the City of the Damned. For difficulty, I'll be doing this on Smite Meister. It's basically ultra violence. Black Plague is basically Nightmare minus respawning monsters, but still kind of don't want to deal with that because shit kind of gets a bit real in the later half of Heretic. So, yeah, alright. We'll begin with the first episode, City of the Damned, and this is the first level, the docks. Immediately head here and face our first enemy, the Gargoyle. The Gargoyle is the weakest enemy we'll encounter. And, yeah. We wield the, shit. I don't remember what the staff's called, actually. Fuck. I should have probably researched this before I started recording. I did the whole fucking intro on that, just for, you know, the fucking story, and whatever. I'm great at fucking Let's Playing. Yeah, man. Anyways, this is, the Sapphire, no, that's Hexen. This is the wand. It's basically the equivalent of the pistol, and, it's better than Doom's pistol, but it's still shit. Oh yeah, by the way, this is Doom 1 engine. Or Doom's engine, I don't know if I mentioned that. Here's the melee. The staff, I won't be using it much. Or at all. Because, I mean, it's the fucking melee. It's not that good. Also, this, let me make sure combat levels, I think. Is it Doom or Doomstruct? I'm not sure. I'll leave on Doomstruct, but this Heretic also improves some of the engine a bit, so we're able to look up and down, woo, except have to do this manually instead of mouse look. I was originally going to do this mouse look, but I decided to wait. No, that's technically not vanilla since, well, alright, and here's the keys. It goes in a yellow, green, blue order every time. And here's our next enemy, the Golem. They're easily defeated. We'll be facing these guys a lot. The Golem also has a different variant, as some of the enemies have a different variant to them. The gargoyles have the fire gargoyles, which throw fireballs at you, and the golems have the nitro golems, which also, they throw magic attacks at you. We can head right here and open this door to get our the other melee weapon, the equivalent to the chainsaw, the gauntlets of the necromancer. These are very powerful, and they're also very loud. Yeah, they're a lot more useful than the staff, obviously. They're also kind of dangerous against the golem because the golem can easily hit you. Alright, we'll head over here and kill these guys. Go into this secret. And we get over here, we get ethereal arrows, which we don't have the weapon to, and we get the Tome of Power. We'll be seeing them a lot, and I'll demonstrate them once I get the next weapon. Well, I'll demonstrate it once I get the next weapon. Which is right now, actually. Okay, so this is the ethereal crossbow. It's basically what we're going to be using for a majority of the playthrough. Because it's basically the shotgun equivalent. You're going to press this button here. And, kill these gargoyles. Come on. It shoots several, projectiles. One center bolt and two side bolts. So the side bolts are physical attacks, while the center bolt is magical. I'll explain the difference between physical and magical attacks once we get to it. And also, here's another thing that the Heretic engine did. Look, wind. I'm not holding anything. Here we're introduced to a new enemy, the Undead Warriors. They throw green axes and their attacks are physical. Once again, I'll explain that in a bit. They also have a tendency to throw red axes. They also have a variant, the Ghost Undead Warrior, which only throw red axes. Okay. Alright, now that I have the weapons, I can show off what the Tome of Power does. The Tome of Power... Oh yeah, also, by the way, this game has an inventory system, which is different. The Tome of Power upgrades your weapons, so the Ethereal Crossbow now shoots many projectiles. The Wand is a lot more powerful. The Gauntlets attack a lot more damage, and also suck health from enemies. And the Staff is still useless. You know what, we'll use it, because the thing that Heretic does to not completely break the entire game is that it removes all but one item, except for one item, which again I'll get to, just so it doesn't break level progression, which, I mean, kinda lame, but I see why they did it. And that's the docks. It's a pretty standard opening level. And now we're on to the dungeons. Get out here with several golems, and a undead warrior. And a few gargoyles, of course. I'll save a bit of ammo, because honestly, I kind of like using the wand in this. And it does help to use the wand. Unlike in Doom, where the pistol is just fucking useless as soon as you get another weapon. Alright, so first off, we can head... If I can stop running in circles, we can head over here. A common thing that Heretic likes to do to market secrets is the use of lighting levels, as you can see. Anyways, we can grab a Tome of Power right here. You know what? Fuck it. Let's use it. Okay. We have another ethereal crossbow right here. Which is the thing of Undead Warriors, my aim is fantastic. Wow. That was the best aim I've ever seen. Can open that door right there. That's not a secret, but whatever, you can do it. Grab a new ammo type, which we'll be using in a bit here. And, Also, I think those sounds are engine-based and not in the music, if I remember correctly. Pressing that switch opens this over here, which is a secret. Not a very well hidden one, but whatever. Also, we grabbed a torch, which is basically a light amp. Yeah. Alright, now we get lifesavers. We get the quartz flask, which is another inventory item. And the quartz flasks are extremely useful because they're basically med packs. So these crystal vials are stim packs, and we carry med packs. Okay, now we can get a new item, the dragon claw. Yep, I can talk. And it's the equivalent of the chain gun, and it has a very annoying noise. So that's a lot of fun. Let me make sure I got all the secrets back there. I'm sorry I do this a lot, but I'm kind of picky like that. Whatever, if you fucking want to shit on me for doing that, then fuck you. And fuck you too. Especially you. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Deal with it. Alright. Open this up, and we get the Shadow Sphere, which is basically a partial invisibility, except it's slightly more useful. So, going back to that part about physical... Actually, how do I lure this? I forget. forget how you lure this. Maybe you don't? I don't remember. Shit. So, thing about physical and, magical attacks. Physical attacks will phase through, ghost things, while magical attacks will attack anything. So, for instance here, because the Undead Warrior's axe attack is physical, the axes will pass directly through us. And when we later encounter the ghost enemies, physical attacks will not work on them. We have to use magical attacks. Yeah. Small things like that. I like to call this Doom, but with slightly more mechanics. Because, I mean, that's really what Heretic mostly is. Just Doom with slightly more mechanics. Alright, so we can head over here into this secret. And we get Time Bomb, we get the Time Bomb of the Ancients, which is a fucking disappointment of a weapon. It's barely useful at all. In fact, I never use it at all, because it's fucking pointless. Anyways, open up this, and we get another secret. Kill these guys with the gauntlets. Oh yeah, we also got a auto map scroll, which I forgot to mention. Another thing I forgot to mention in the first level was the Bag of Holding, which is just a backpack. Also, really descriptive name, Bag of Holding. Isn't that what bags are generally supposed to do? I don't know. Anyways, grab 2 quartz flasks right there. And, let's see, head through here. Got a few more Undead Warriors here. Kind of wasting ammo here, but whatever. I just like to waste ammo, man. Oh yeah, enemies also have a bit of a random percentage to drop items, so certain enemies will drop certain weapon or ammo types. And it's completely RNG whether they do or not. So yeah, golems will sometimes drop 1 crystals. Gargoyles, I don't think drop anything. Open this secret up. Head down here and to get a Wings of Wrath. Wings of Wrath are kind of broken in this game, as they allow you to fly, and if you know how to use them properly, they can allow you to completely skip maps sometimes. The Wings of Wrath are the only item to get completely removed at level completion, as the other items are only reduced to 1. You just completely lose the Wings of Wrath. So let's use them. Alright. Whatever. Open this wall. Get a bunch of gargoyles to kill. Come over here, and oh, guess what? We're over here now. We made a full circle. Now that we have all of the keys, we can now head to the exit. And that's everything, right? Yep. And that's the dungeons. Again, another solid well, not really introductory level, but more of a, here's a bit more level, I suppose. We'll continue on to the gatehouse in the next episode, but for right now, I will see you sometime later. Bye.